Hi, I'm Sean from CtrlAlt Star Wars. Today we're diving into a dark and thrilling alternate timeline. What if Maul killed Sidious and took over the Sith? In this story, we'll explore how the galaxy would change if Darth Maul seized power at the height of the Clone Wars. Get ready for betrayal, rebellion, and the rise of a new Sith Order. Let's jump into it. The Clone Wars were nearing their end. The Republic teetered, the Jedi dwindled, and in the shadows the Sith tightened their grip. But this isn't the story you know, because this time it wasn't Sidious who rose to power. It was the one he discarded, Darth Maul. Anakin Skywalker was breaking, tormented by visions of Padme's death, frustrated by the Jedi Council, and fearing the future. He revealed the unthinkable to Mace Windu. Chancellor Palpatine is a Sith Lord. Windu ordered Anakin to stay behind, but that's when Maul arrived, unexpected, alive, and calm. No longer the savage beast of old, Maul now spoke with purpose. He told Anakin a different truth. Sidious used us both. The Jedi will never trust you, but with me, you can't save her. Anakin resisted. He spoke of duty, of loyalty, but the fear of Padme's death loomed too large, and Maul was patient, persuasive, precise. Anakin's doubts become cracks, cracks become choices, and in the end, he followed Maul into the fire. Inside the Chancellor's office, Windu and three Jedi Masters confronted Sidious. The Sith struck without hesitation. A moment later, only Windu remained. He drove Sidious to the brink, but as the lightsaber neared the kill, the door exploded inward. Maul stepped through, Anakin at his side. Windu turned. Maul's blade pierced his chest. No words, no warning, just death. Anakin watched silently. His choice was made. Sidious, stunned, reached for his saber, but he is outmatched. Maul and Anakin attacked in sync, ferocious and focused. And just like that, Darth Sidious was no more. The Republic fell into chaos, but Maul moved swiftly. He declared the rise of a new Sith Order, not ruled by two, but many. There would be no Senate, no illusion, only power. But Maul didn't rely on the Force. He turned to the underworld, Crimson Dawn, Black Sun, the Pike Syndicate. He united the galaxy's criminal empires into his regime. The syndicates enforced loyalty. Tribute flowed in spice and credits. Dissent was buried in shadow. On Dathomir, Sith temples rose again. In hidden corners of the galaxy, dark apprentices were forged. In leading the charge, Darth Vorn, the dark name of Anakin Skywalker. Once the chosen one, now Maul's blade. The Jedi were broken, but not silent. Obi-Wan Kenobi became a ghost in the stars, sabotaging convoys, freeing captives, striking and vanishing. A warrior in the shadows. But hope didn't hide. It stood tall in the form of Ahsoka Tano. Once a Jedi, now something more. She rallied those still willing to fight. Clone deserters, senators in hiding, civilians who refused to kneel. Ahsoka became the face of resistance. Open, defiant, unafraid. And through her efforts, a whisper grew. A network, a movement, the early rebellion. She lit the spark. Padme Amidala watched the galaxy fall, and with it, her husband. Anakin claimed he acted for her, to save her, but she saw only the shadow. He wasn't the man she married. He was Darth Vorn, cold, controlled, consumed. Before she gave birth, she made a choice. With the help of Obi-Wan and Yoda, she hid the children. Luke and Leia, far from Maul, far from Vorn. But she knew, if he found them, it wouldn't be as a father, but as a Sith, Soon after Padme died, and Vorn, in his grief and rage, turned further inward. His heart died with her. The twins remained hidden from the eyes of the Sith. Leia Organa raised on Alderaan. Luke Skywalker hidden on Tatooine. Watched from afar, protected in silence. Obi-Wan remained close, unseen but vigilant. Yoda waited in exile, watching the currents of the Force. And Ahsoka fought in the light, waiting for the day the children would rise. For now, they were the galaxy's secret. But one day, they would be its salvation. Maul ruled not from a throne, but from a syndicate of terror. Crimson Dawn became the backbone of his regime. Worlds paid in blood or credits. Those who defied disappeared. The Sith Order grew, fractured and cruel. Acolytes hunted the weak. Bounty hunters enforced Sith will. Entire systems bowed to crime and fear. And at Maul's side, Darth Vorn commanded legions. But his soul frayed. He obeyed Maul, but he questioned everything. And Maul, ever paranoid, watched him closely, because every Sith knows the apprentice always rises. What if Maul had killed Sidious? The galaxy wouldn't have been saved. It would have fallen differently. But even in darkness, hope endures. Because no matter the shape of evil, the light always finds a way. So there's my what if Darth Maul killed Sidious and took over the Sith Order. Come on back next week, so please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, in this galaxy, anything is possible.